Salutations, friends. Itch Pal, said Stevie, and I'm finally getting to my Blade Show Atlanta 2023 haul video. We're a little over a week since Blade Show ended, and I've just been ridiculously busy, so I haven't had a chance to get to it, but here we are, and let's get into it. So, many of you know, months and months prior to Blade Show, I said I had one absolute goal while I was there, and that was to run into my homeboy Scott Stills over at Edgy Bladeworks. And I did. And not only did I get one thing, I got two things from Edgy Bladeworks. So, I had said I wanted to get a tipper while I was there. But prior to meeting up with Scott, he had started sending me some designs, different blade shapes, different handles. What do you think of this material, that material? And I went over a couple of things with him and settled on something. And then the night before Blade Show, he said, "Hey, I need you to pick the name of your knife." What? So, yeah, I got to name one of Edgy Bladeworks' knife, and so far it's the only one in existence. This is just the prototype, but it is going to be one of his models, and this is the... You've probably already seen it, but this is the PNW. Here is the card of authenticity, the P&W prototype, an AEBL, blue denim micarta, and yeah, so here it is. Awesome, very vibrant blue denim micarta, all tie connector hardware, a Timascus, I don't remember how he said he did this, but it's a Timascus backspacer and pocket clip, and running on thumb studs. And you ready for this? Boom. Look at that bad boy. So you can see his maker's mark there, Edgy Bladeworks. This is the only one in existence, and I absolutely love it. Writing on bearings, smooth as smooth can be. The action is amazing. Ergos are excellent, and so I was so stoked to see that and get that. But like I said, as much as stoked as I was to get that, Scott had a couple of tippers on the table, and as much as I like the one that he had with the slot, he had this bad mamma jamma. Again, on thumb studs, in crosscut carbon fiber, and a polished MagnaCut blade. Both of these are liner locks, by the way, titanium liner locks, but polished backspacer, polished titanium pocket clip to match. And boy, oh boy, this thing is just as smooth as the one that I had in for review, which is currently with Forrest Hanks. He's checking that out. But yeah, here is the card of authenticity for that. Got a couple of stickers from Scott, and then a wiping cloth as well. Scott ended up being a pretty big hit at the show. I think he brought 8 or 9 knives, and he left with all but one, which was a really, really expensive tipper that he really wasn't expecting to sell. But Nuz ended up picking up the Baller tipper, a purple titanium with the slot for deployment, and everybody just loves Scott. He did an amazing job. So stoked for that dude for his first Blade Show to basically sell out of his knives, and couldn't be more proud of that dude, and can't wait to see what else comes from this. I know it was a big confidence boost for him. And I think Jared actually left with one of his knives as well and has it up for review. So I'm very interested to see what Jared's got to say, and love that that's going to get a lot more attention on Scott than what I can do. So again, shout out to Scott Stills over at Edgy Bladeworks. He'll be linked in the description. Next, my second stop that I said I wanted to make was American Bladeworks. And I did. And I picked up the Model 1 Wharncliffe. I've already been carrying this a fair amount, and man, this thing is lovely. Absolutely lovely. This is black micarta. You can see the captured ABW pivot, titanium liner lock, titanium backspacer, and reversible pocket clip. Made in the United States with MagnaCut heat treated to 6364 HRC. I was looking for the table, and it was actually Michael. I walked right past him, and it was Michael Martin that was like, "Hey, Stevie," flagged me down, and I talked to him for a bit and said, "Hey, wrap this up." And then he was cool enough. He had these little titanium Prybars that he was selling also, and tossed that in. So that was really cool of Michael Martin to do so. But I absolutely love this knife, everything about it. You can get down here on the meat of the blade, and oh, that wasn't a good one, but I can middle finger flick this knife. There you go. So that was the second purchase. This is all on day one on Friday. Is basically where I picked up all my stuff. Then I was moseying on through and stumbled upon Arcane Design. And I had said if I liked the creature, I was going to get one. And I wasn't real crazy with the colorways, though, that Israel had originally. But he brought some show specials with him. And he had this bad boy. So this was originally the all stonewashed. But he had the seafoam green Crypt on the table. And got it in hand and absolutely loved it. Awesome. Persian upswept style blade. Everything about this knife is great, and I'll have follow-up videos on all these. But yeah, I liked that color because it kind of matches my Ferrum Forge Aluris Poseidon that I had picked up. So got that from Israel. Ended up having a really awesome conversation with Israel also. We were on the same flight back to Seattle on Monday morning, and we both got to the gate about an hour early, and just sat and bullshitted with Israel for about an hour or so, which was awesome. Yeah. But also, I proxied for someone while I was there, and I'll let them chime in if they want to say who they are. But they wanted a Plexus. And so I was able to pick them up a Plexus. This is number 112, the gray with blue accents and the satin blade. So yeah, absolutely love the Plexus. I got one of my own, and yeah, so this is the Isham Bladeworks collaboration. You can see that there on the backspacer, both of their logos there. So pick that up, and yeah, I got to get this sent out here in the next day or so. Then what else did I do? Oh, I ran into Thomas and Caden of Lynch Northwest. Thomas is the marketing guy for Lynch Northwest, and Caden is the CNC operator. They were just there walking the show. They're hopefully going to get a booth next year, but they had these Blade Show specials. And prior to going in, he said, "Hey, they're limited to 100, and if there's a special number that you want, let me know." And so, number 42, number 42. I got number 42 of the best case scenario V1 Prybar. These turned out amazing. Really good job. I had got to handle the prototype when I was over at Lynch Northwest a month or so ago, and yeah, these turned out great. It's a little bit bigger. I don't have my all access pass on me, but it's a little bit bigger and I think a little bit more useful. I really like how it's got like this chisel grind to the tip there to do a little bit more scraping if I need to. But yeah, I always carry a pry bar on me and love having number 42 of the Blade Show special. So there was that. Then I ran into, while I was walking out to have a smoke, I ran into Freak Show and Mrs. Freak Show. Jeremy and Chrissy, they were there working with Casey at the Tempest Knives booth. They had their adorable little 7-week-old Rottweiler with them. But out there talking to them, and Chrissy said, "Hey, got something for you." And Chrissy busted out this. Chrissy painted this for me, and it's freaking adorable. And man, I can't tell you how much I absolutely love this. Jeremy and Chrissy are two of the nicest people I've met in the community, and yeah, they're both sweethearts. And shout out to the Freak Shows and Chrissy, Mrs. Freak Show, especially for this. This is going to be going up in the office here with the rest of the artwork that I've been getting from the community. But yeah, this is awesome. Got some more artwork, actually, kind of, sort of. I stopped by Dylan Mallory's. Dylan Mallory had his own booth this year. He was not working with Artisan. But he just released the Phorus V2, and so I stopped by. I had asked him prior to going, instead of mailing it, can I just pick it up while I was there? And I did. And the Phorus V2 is absolutely amazing. This is in the blue dark matter. He's got a couple of variants available. This with orange dark matter. Really? There's the train coming. And then he's got a satin blade, all polished titanium in blue dark matter and orange dark matter as well. But this is a great knife. Again, more coming on this. And I'll link in the description if you want to pick one up. I think there's still some available. But he said, "Hey, I got something else for you." And this one really hit me in the feels. I had seen it prior to Blade Show, but look at that. Corey, his mom, made me this Stevie doll. How awesome is this? This really did hit me in the feels seeing it in person. This is awesome. This is amazing. This will be riding around with me. He's going to live in my backpack. You expect to see more of him in photos and in videos, and probably when I'm doing different, top-down reviews. But this is this is amazing, and yeah, it's awesome. So shout out to Corey, Dylan's mom. Her Instagram will be linked in the description as well. I've bought a couple bracelets off of her in the past for Zoe. She makes awesome crafts, homemade crafts, And yeah, just an awesome, awesome lady. And she's the same one that made the Tactical Everyday Dad bears. And you've seen her work before. But yeah, she nailed it with the little hat and everything. And yeah, love it, love it. I need to wet my whistle. Chugging on some Canada Dry Zero Sugar ginger ale. And that's all I bought from the booths in at the show. And that was all on day one. Went out to barbecue with or no, after the show we just went home and hung out for a little bit, and then we went to the pit. Hung out at the pit, big social cocktail hour. Was hanging out with everybody. Ethan ruins EDC. Shane, Javon, John and Jamie Rusk from EMP EDC, Dan Brock, did I say Shane? John, Grateful Panic, who else? Nuz, obviously, Forrest, Sharif, Manganas, so many. But Ethan comes up to me and he's like, hey, guess who's here? They didn't have a table, but they showed up at the pit, and they showed up at the show. Monterey Bay Knives was there, and Sanford had made a post saying, hey, if you see this face and you're looking for a certain sea otter, come and find me. So me and Ethan went and tracked him down, and Ethan picked one up, and I did too. Got myself a sea otter. This is Monterey Bay Knives, 100% made in the United States. Knife, just a little guy, but very, very comfortable in hand. I believe these are in Magna Cut as well. But yeah, him and Ray have made these all in the United States. Ray Laconico, that is. So, also handled the Sea Lion prototype, which is a much larger version of this, which might be something I ended up picking up as well. But yeah, this is an awesome, awesome knife. And they are not easy to come by, and I'm glad I picked one up. These are running on washers. This is just a good, hard use, awesome little made in the United States knife. So stoked to have gotten one of those. And as far as knives go, that's all I got. Not a ton. I got some swag, but not a ton of that either. Let's see here. Oh, Saturday night we went. We got invited to dinner by Kaiser, and they gave out some goodies, a little gift bag, and then everyone that walked in got a ticket. It was their big 10-year anniversary there. Everybody got a ticket as you walked in. They pulled the stub, and then they started calling numbers. And you got to walk up and pick out a knife from their big knife roll. And what I ended up picking up, I just said eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and grabbed one. But I got the Kaiser Original. I had never handled this before. Nice little thumb stud button lock, 154 cm, black aluminum handles, or gray aluminum handles, and some stickers and whatnot. But this was given away. I ran a giveaway on the last Said Stevie Live, and our brother Marcos won this. So this and the shirt, and I think there's a couple other small pieces of swag are going to be included in that, and I'm going to get this mailed out to brother Marcos here shortly. Got some t-shirts. ran into Samurai Bird and his wife, and he had some shirts. Visit Katana Land with happy mistakes happen sometimes, folks. You see that? With Samurai Brid only on YouTube. Little misprint there, but now it's a super collector's edition. So yeah, shout out to Samurai Bird and his wife. They were awesome. Hung out with them a little bit at the pit on the first night. Also got a Edgy Bladeworks T-shirt. This will be for a future giveaway. I got one for myself as well, and then I got this one in XL. At some point, I'll do a giveaway, and I'll be including that. Got a couple of Smoky Mountain Knife Works hats. I've already given one of these away. Broke AZ Knives. Cole won the giveaway. I don't remember what the giveaway was, but I know he won it. And I've already sent that off to him. So that. And then one of the other people that I hung out with quite a bit at the show showed up with a T-shirt for me as well, and that's our brother Jason, aka Urban Woodsman. So he had shown these off a couple days before Blade Show. These were made up by Mama Rhino. She'll be linked in the description. I'm drawing a total blank on the name of her. The Sassy Bish is her Etsy store. She made these up for Urban, and Urban was cool enough to bring me a shirt. So shout out to Jason, Urban Woodsman, cool ass dude to hang out with. And then as far as swag goes, everything that I got packs up into this awesome little Finch knife case that Spencer was handing out at the show. So in here, let's see. Oh, I mentioned Sharif Mangana's. He had his kimono with him that he was showing off, and then was giving out these as well. These little baggies with his business card and stickers. So I got a couple more Sharif Mangana's stickers, and then got one of Sharif's business cards. The cool thing about his business card is that picture right there is a photo actually that I took. Sharif liked it and put it on his business card. So that's awesome. This QR code, if you scan it, will bring you to his new website. The kimono pre-order is coming up in just a little bit. It's getting windy out. I don't know if that's coming through on the mic or not, but it's getting windy out, folks. But yeah, I thought that was awesome that Sharif picked those up. Spent a lot of time with Sharif. Awesome homie. Then these, I stopped by the Tempest Knives booth, and Casey had a couple of these. These his killer bunnies that are done by his daughter. I got one of those. That'll probably be used for giveaway here soon as well. And then he gave me one of these. I don't remember the name of the company now. Ah, God, who was it? I don't remember. But these are supposed to be patches organizers, I guess. You toss your patches in there, your ranger eyes, and whatnot, and you're supposed to be able to organize those. So, yeah, nice little Altoid tin with Velcro on the top. Man, I cannot remember the name of this company. I'd heard of them before, but again, I forget. My bad. Drawing a total blank right now. Anyway, shout out to Casey over at Knives Fast. This patch came from Lousy Values and the Velcro Mafia. I was just walking by and I got a bunch of patches on my. See if I can grab it here. Oh, there goes the Lynch Northwest Prybar. on my backpack. Let's see if I can get this in frame. I'm able to put patches on my backpack, and I was walking by, and they said, "Hey," and I just felt someone slap something on my back, and it was these guys. He said, "Hey, you had room on your bag, and I thought you needed one of these." And so, yeah, shout out to them, Velcro Mafia. I haven't had a chance to look them up yet, but they had a bunch of cool stuff. So I got those. What else? An American Bladeworks sticker when I was there. I did stop by the Hinderer booth. I almost picked up a half track, Wharncliffe. Got a couple pieces of Hinderer swag. Talked to Rick Hinderer very, very, very briefly. Stopped by the Chavez booth. Got a couple of Chavez slaps. More from Kaiser. I was at the Kaiser booth checking out mrsfrkshw's new design. The Phoenix prototype was there. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll link to the video that I'm going to be putting out here pretty soon on that. And then I stopped by the Devo Knives booth, talked to Colin and Kevin, and they saw the one Devo patch that I had on there, and he's like, "Hey, you need some more?" So Colin and Kevin hooked me up with a couple more Ranger Eyes. So shout out to them. I handled their U.S. Growler, and it's phenomenal. Then on the last, I don't remember which day it was, but I was sitting out in the foyer with a bunch of folks, and both Shane and Doom came up to me, and Shane was like, "I got you something," and then Doom was like, "I got you something too." They walked by a patches booth, a booth that was selling a bunch of patches in the small room. They both saw these and thought it would be hilarious. Independent to each other, they didn't realize that one had gotten one already, but tickle my pickle. Yeah. So I'm going to be putting these on the backpack. One in my truck probably also. So, haha, pickles. But no, shout out to Doom and Shane. Doom was another guy that hung out with quite a bit. He ended up staying with us in the house. Doom's an awesome, awesome dude. Here's that Finch pouch. I actually ended up traveling with it, and I had gotten some AirTags, Apple AirTags, from my boss for Christmas. And this isn't the knife case that I traveled with. I only brought 2 knives with me. But put that in the case and put that in my checked luggage, and gave me some peace of mind knowing that I was able to track my knives. And that's it. Let's see here. Did I just stop the video? I hope not. No, I did not. The very last night, Sunday night, a bunch of us went out to Fogo de Chao. As I was going through my backpack, found some of the mints. But let's see, who was at Fogo de Chao with us in Atlanta? It was Shane, me, Sharif, Scott N., Forrest, and then Nuz, Ethan, Joe, Lancelot Leather, Jess, his wife, and Vince. Yeah. A bunch of us went out to Fogo de Chao, had the full meat experience, and that was a really fun night. That was awesome. That was the last night of the show. That was Sunday night. Then we all went back to the house. Dopey and Javon came over. Grateful Panic, who unfortunately got sick. But all of us hung out till all hours of the night, just hanging out. And that was a lot of fun, hanging with everyone. Went to an awesome breakfast. Also, the first day breakfast, first morning, Friday morning, I went to Waffle House for my first time. Had my first Waffle House experience. Got some smothered and covered hash browns that I'd always heard about. Uh, Waffle House is glorified Denny's, I guess. But that was me, Vince, Ethan. Ethan ruins EDC, Nuz, and Forrest. The next morning, Saturday morning, went out for an awesome breakfast at a place called the Marietta Local in downtown Marietta, right outside of Atlanta. And that was me and Vince. Grumpy was there, and then Grumpy had to leave right away because he was catching a ride home with Ed Harrison. Doom was there. Ethan, Nuz, Forrest, Grateful Panic, Vince, Semper Fi EDC guy. Let's see, who else was there? Javon was there. Cue Ball was there. Who else was there? Can't remember. There was a couple other people there too that I'm not familiar with. I forget their names, and I apologize. But yeah, that was lots of fun. Best breakfast I've had in a long time. What else? We went out to Scott N was there. The first night we went to a barbecue joint in Atlanta. I forget the name of that place, but that was me and Sharif and Scott N. Scott N's an amazing freaking guy. My Knife Journey, keeper of the knife tube schedule. But me, Scott, Dopey, Sharif, Nuz, and Forrest went, and then Urban Woodsman and Doom met up with us as well. So that was fun. Got to meet so many awesome people. Met Iggy and Alan Greywolf. Iggy had her son there. That was awesome. Of course, ran into Grumpy. Man, there's people that I'm gonna forget mentioning. Absolutely, there was just so many people there. But Blade Show 2023 was awesome. It's all about the people more than the knives. Absolutely, but I did get to pick up some cool freaking knives while I was there. Really stoked on this tipper. Really stoked on this tipper. So, yeah, shout out to everyone that I got to hang out with and meet for the first time. Uh, Shout out to all the people whose products I picked up, and especially Edgy Bladeworks. Scott Stills, so stoked for that dude. Be on the lookout for content for more of these. I didn't film anything while I was there. I mentioned that in a previous video. I wanted to experience Blade Show, not in front, from behind the camera. I just wanted to hang out, and so I didn't get a lot of pictures. I didn't really take any video whatsoever. Was just there to enjoy myself. So, and I did. I had a fantastic time. So that's all I got for you, folks. Appreciate you tuning in. What'd you get? If you went to Blade Show, what'd you get? Let me know. And yeah, until the next one, I'm going to go ahead and bid you mofos adeuces.